Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The drive will start with an option going left.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Jackson now. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, That's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking deep here for Flowers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Jackson.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. Now Geno.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd and 2. Another run. Again, it's Dallas.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Gino on first down.
And he'll get this to his running back, DJ Dallas.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. This complete to Lockett.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll run on first down with Dallas.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And just shutting him off there.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
But his defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hit.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Hey, check back, six. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Six.
Smith on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Trying the left side with Walker. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fant.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Here's Walker.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Walker once more, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Charbonnet.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
A choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team, it says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
DJ Dallas
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They go play action with Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. Back now in Baltimore. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Drop deep, drop deep. Look, Jack's left, Jack's left. Hey, check back.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Stop here, D.
After the interception, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today.
Here's a diving catch right side. 2nd and 6. Now it's Smith. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Watch take the creep, watch take the creep, man. Watch it.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to run with Dallas. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 30 yards. And the Seahawks start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's second down and a yard. From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They go play action now. Jackson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Smith going to throw it. He hits his target, Lockett. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Throwing now, Smith. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Play action. It's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statistician.